Lucy had always enjoyed the convenience of ordering food online. Living alone in her small apartment, it became a regular ritual on weekends to treat herself to a delicious meal without having to cook or leave her cozy space. But on one fateful Friday night, her usual routine would turn into a nightmarish experience she would never forget. The rain was pouring outside, creating a symphony of drops against her window. Lucy decided to order her favorite Thai curry from a nearby restaurant, hoping it would warm her up on the chilly, wet evening. She placed her order through the app, estimating a delivery time of around 45 minutes. As she waited, Lucy decided to distract herself by watching a movie on her laptop. Time passed quickly, and soon her phone chimed with a notification. Her food was on its way. She felt a pang of hunger mixed with excitement, her stomach growling in anticipation. The delivery driver's name, according to the app, was Mark. Lucy kept her phone nearby, checking the tracking as the small icon representing Mark's car drew closer to her location. She was used to watching the car approach, but this time, something felt different. The car icon stopped a block away from her apartment. Lucy frowned, thinking it might be a glitch. She waited for a few minutes, but the icon remained stationary. Growing impatient, she decided to call the driver. The phone rang and a voice answered, but it was not the friendly, professional tone of a delivery driver. It was deep, raspy, and filled with an unsettling intensity. "Hello, Lucy," the voice said. Startled, Lucy stammered, "Who is this? Where's my food?" The voice on the other end chuckled, sending shivers down her spine. "Your food will be there shortly, Lucy. Don't worry about that. I just wanted to chat." Lucy's heart raced as she realized something was terribly wrong. "Who are you? What do you want?" The voice ignored her questions and continued, "You live alone, don't you, Lucy? In that cozy little apartment of yours?" Fear tightened its grip on her and she whispered, "How do you know that?" "Ah, Lucy, I know many things," the voice replied cryptically. "I know what you're watching right now. I know what you ordered. I know you're all alone." Lucy's mind raced, and she desperately looked out of her window, scanning the dark, rainy street for any signs of Mark's car. It was still parked a block away. She couldn't see anyone nearby. "Listen to me carefully, Lucy," the voice said, snapping her back to the call. "I'm not far from you. I can see your apartment building from where I am." Lucy's breathing quickened, and she whispered, "What do you want?" The voice chuckled again, a disturbing sound that seemed to echo in the empty apartment. "I just want to play a little game, Lucy. A game of hide and seek. You hide and I'll seek. If you win, I'll leave. If I win, well, let's not think about that just yet." Tears welled up in Lucy's eyes as she realized the gravity of the situation. She had to get out of her apartment, find help, do something. But before she could respond, the voice on the other end gave her one final chilling instruction. "Go to your front door, Lucy. Open it slowly and step outside. Our game begins now." With trembling hands, Lucy ended the call. Her mind raced and fear gnawed at her as she considered her options. She couldn't stay in the apartment, but going outside into the rainy night with a stranger lurking was equally terrifying. Summoning her courage, she tiptoed to her front door, trying to make as little noise as possible. She peered through the peephole, her heart pounding in her chest. She saw nothing but the dimly lit hallway. Taking a deep breath, Lucy slowly turned the doorknob and opened the door a crack. Raindrops splattered against the concrete outside. She stepped out, her senses on high alert, and looked around. The hallway was empty, but the eerie feeling of being watched never left her. She had to act quickly. With determination, she made her way to the stairwell, her footsteps echoing in the silence. As she descended the stairs, she felt a sense of relief wash over her. Maybe she could make it to the building's lobby and call for help. But just as she reached the ground floor, a chilling realization struck her. She had left her phone in her apartment. Her only option was to reach the lobby and use the building's phone. She pushed open the door to the lobby and her heart sank. The lobby was empty, except for a single figure standing in the shadows. It was Mark, the delivery driver. But his eyes were cold and vacant, his smile twisted into a malevolent grin. He was holding a knife. Lucy's scream echoed through the lobby as she turned and sprinted in the opposite direction. The rain outside had turned into a torrential downpour, but she didn't care. She had to escape. She burst through the lobby's rear door and ran into the rainy night, the sound of Mark's footsteps close behind her. The world outside was a blur of darkness and rain as Lucy fled for her life, praying that someone, anyone, would hear her cries for help. The night was long, and the chase relentless, but Lucy's determination to survive pushed her forward. She had unknowingly stumbled into a horrifying game, and her only goal was to make it out alive. As the first light of dawn broke through the stormy clouds, Lucy's cries for help were finally heard by a passing motorist. Mark, the deranged delivery driver, was apprehended and Lucy was taken to safety.